today's Ghost Mortem review is done in front of live audience right here at Shaw Cinema, Shaw Theatres. Thank you very much for the tickets and also supporting Supernatural Confessions. We have with us 10 pairs that we have given away to the panelists of Ghost Mortem and to members of Supernatural Confessions group. And here we were gathered at 6 p.m. all to watch this new movie that's been coming out into the cinemas very, very shortly called The Innocents.
Er du ny her?
Ja.
Skal jeg vise deg noe? Nå.
Oi!
Er det søsteren din?
Hun er autistisk. Hei.
Hvem er det du snakker med?
Jeg snakker med noen som ikke er her. Vi tenker det samme. Vi tenker det sammen. Hva er det du egentlig skal gjøre? Mamma? Hva gjør man hvis noen er slemme? Mamma. Ikke vær sånn. Slutt, mamma.
Hva var det som skjedde egentlig?
Vi lekte på nytt.
Let's get down to Ghost Mortem Go movie review of The Innocents with your host
Hi, Jonathan here.
and myself, Eugene Tay. So let's take it away, John. How would you describe this movie?
The biggest issue is figuring out what the title really means. Because as the film goes on, the title keeps changing meaning. You know, and then at the end, when you look back, everything that's happened, you put it back together with the title, and it's really profound, really deep. You know, I'm still processing it now, and it keeps getting deeper with every minute I spend. This movie gets more and more intelligent, more and more profound. That doesn't mean it's not a damn shock movie. It is damn shock. It's deep and shock at the same time, which is quite rare for horror movies.
Yeah, I would think that, John, this is definitely the kind of movie you would like. Very deep thought, had to think a lot of artistic value to it. So if you are the kind of moviegoer who likes the kind of horror that is conjuring, jump scare, monsters and all that, this may not be the kind of movie for you. So we're going to be very honest with that from the get-go.
It's a very different experience. You know, it leans towards the indie side. It has a very different pacing, right? It has a very Scandinavian pacing, right? But it works. It really pays off because, again, without spoiling anything, right? Cannot give away too much. But it's a story that needs to be told slowly.
Yeah.
You know, if they rushed it, you would have lost the power of it. You know, there are these characters that you need to get to know very, very slowly because they change. You know, it's amazing how much sort of moral decision making needs to happen in this film. And that kind of decision you cannot make fast. So you're watching them transform, you're watching them deal with things in a way that you don't get that luxury in most horror films.
No.
Most horror films is scare after scare after scare, and then your protagonists are just catching up and trying to survive. But here, you're really learning and watching them grow as the horror unfolds. As the thing began, right, and for quite a while into the film, I thought there was not going to be anything supernatural. There was going to be maybe a psychopathic thriller or something like that, right? You know, and it's to do with crime, you know, and human evil. you know? And I love the fact that then they take the time to get you invested. You're wondering who's going to turn bad, why are they turning bad, what's going on, you know? So you're really involved in this character thing. And then suddenly, oh, there is something supernatural. And then suddenly the film doubles in value. So that's fantastic. Get ready for the slow burn and you will enjoy it.
Yeah. So this is definitely a movie for people who love the slow burn. So if you're into all those Netflix shows where you have to like watch 5 episodes in or 7 episodes in before the final episode pays off, this is that kind of movie. So you really have to have patience to walk through this movie. When we mean it's a supernatural show, we don't mean it's a ghost show. It's
not a hantu film.
It's like heroes meet Sense8 meet Children of the Corn.
Yeah. He was
That's
saying
how I
Sense8.
describe. Yeah.
Sense8 is very close. Children of the Corn, definitely. What I love is the fact that there are many points at which it could have gone big. You know, if they had taken a Hollywood choice at any moment, it would have gone a different direction.
Yes,
but they consistently avoided that for the sake of storytelling, for the sake of character, for the sake of psychology. So the payoff is fantastic. It's definitely not a hard film to watch. You just need to slow down your heart rate, calm your breathing, and enjoy.
I felt the acting was very commendable from all the child
kids.
actors.
Small kids.
A lot of facial expression. There's not much of sound effect, music or background music to fall back on. But sound effect, yes, there's the scratching sound, bell sound.
Actually, it's a film that Eugene would love because the smallest and most innocent sounds become very frightening, right? Every time a door slams, you're like, oh shit, nothing. You know, so it's not jump scares, but it's suspense. There's a lot of suspense. Yeah.
I would say the best part about it, I enjoyed thoroughly. There are a lot of standalone scenes that I enjoyed very much. But the last epic scene, the epic battle scene, to me, this was, it got me really paying attention, looking at clues all around. And I think this movie is designed for a very intelligent audience. They do things without trying to explain.
I love that.
Exposition.
Yeah.
You just pick it up along the way by the insinuation, the dialogue, the reaction.
Correct.
And then you piece everything together.
So there's very little exposition, right? You know, they treat you as equally smart. So they just carry on with what they're doing, you catch up.
Yeah.
Right? And I love that. I love that about it. And even at the end, there's a lot of things left. I won't say unexplained, but up to you to decide. Especially the ending. We cannot say anything, but the ending is damn like, you know, and I definitely want to see a sequel now, right now.
This is a movie that I would be very careful to recommend. I think you would love it for its artistic value, for the way it develops the character and gives you that value at the end. But I also can understand that this is not a movie meant for mass market audience.
Yeah, it's not a noisy popcorn movie.
Yeah.
It's a quiet, slow burn, deeply intense, but definitely satisfying.
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 Sure,
But I think it is also, for me, the most disturbing film featuring kids that I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
You know, not disturbing in a violent, horrific way, but disturbing in those little ways that make you go, oh my goodness, are they really like that? That's really scary.
And it's very true. The title, The Innocent, you really, why it took so long for that story to build up, because they are really innocent. They're figuring things out along the way.
I love that.
And that is the realism where I felt when you sit there as an audience, you're very immersed in the movie.
Yeah. And when you get to the end and you have to ask yourself, are they still innocent? Right? And that's the question that makes it profound. So after you watch it, we need to talk.
And then one question that I had for John is, are these the only kids in the world with powers? And then there was a particular scene where we go,
So that's the sequel. That's
Yeah,
the sequel.
sequel,
That's
right.
it. I just want to know what's wrong with this neighborhood. Is it in the water?
Yeah.
Is it in the water? They kept showing the woods. Is it something in the woods? So this feels to me like the pilot of a season.
Yes.
Because there's mysteries to be revealed.
law and all that.
Where it's coming from and all that, you know. But it could be anything. I was waiting for like a meteor crater somewhere. You know, I was waiting for poisoned water. You know, anything's possible.
Some explanation, but
and it's still open. It's still open-ended, right? So I would definitely watch this. I definitely watch it again because there's the little stuff that I want to re-examine, and I definitely need to see a sequel. So please do.
And I think bring a friend who enjoys dissecting and discussing movie. Then we both will really enjoy the aftermath of it.
Yeah, this is a movie for talking about. Yeah.
And that's the end of Ghost Mortem Go Movie. Tune in on Supernatural Confessions, Facebook and YouTube, because John and I will be bringing Ghost Mortem Season 5
Oh
back.
my God, yes.
It's going to be just a one-off season until John gets busy again. So if you like watching horror movies, discussing horror movies, tune in to supernaturalconfessions.com. As always, like, follow, and share. And I want to give a big shout out to Celeste of McDonald's from Lido, who did a very good job handling this very big table of very noisy Supernatural Confessions members. So, McDonald's, if you're listening to this, Celeste is also giving her a pay raise. Okay, that's all we have for you today. Until next time, this is Ghost Mortem. My name is Eugene Tay.
Jonathan Lim here. Go and see the innocents.
Goodbye.